Hello YouTube, here we are again to make a general cleanup and reactivate this German post vise. It weighs 65 kilograms, and I don't know if you can see details, but I'll post here. I don't know if it's going to focus. Okay, it is going to focus. The threads are a bit smashed, and I'll have to clean these threads. I've already here a few files and some other file, and I'll try to find some other files to clean these threads so I can open this nut and completely open the mounting plate for the vise. You can see here it is cut at the bottom of the leg. Most certainly this was cast in some concrete or something, and someone decided to bring an angle grinder and just cut it. And it is going to be mounted here in this bench, a small bench of vices that I made for myself, and because I have lack of space, all of them have to be here. And this is going to be the bracket where I'm going to assemble it. Probably I'll have to make here some changes, and the leg will go through this hole over here. So let's start smoothing here the threads that are a bit smashed and marred. I found this file, and this is the tedious process of just filing like this way throughout the threads, and to try to use this nut and not to destroy the threads inside the nut. It's a very tedious job, tedious work. I'm filming with one hand and filing with the other. So now you understand the idea. Let me use both hands to file. So after 15 minutes here filing and cleaning, let's now use here a mix of 50% acetone and 50% automatic transmission fluid. Okay, we apply it, and let's see if it opens. I've got here this. Oops, is it big? Oh, it is not big enough. So here it is, the pipe wrench. So let's apply a little bit of leverage. You know, filming with one hand and using the tools with the other. A bit of leverage, and let's see if this opens. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Now you get the idea. Let's go and open this till the end. Now this nut from the other side is a bit more of a problem. First it was more marred, and there is here no space to use. This doesn't open enough. This is a 36mm nut. Now a neighbor borrowed me this one that I can use, and better than that, this socket wrench. So let's see if we can use it, okay, and if it works. 1, 2, 1, 3. Whoa, I need over there a little bit more of leverage, and I'll show you when it is open. Okay, I managed the nut to move a couple of degrees, and it is still very tight. So look at this, still with a huge lever over here. Now you'll see how it goes. Here it is, the mounting plate, completely disassembled from the vise over there, and as you can see, you know, some Superman. This is a bit of plate of it looks like a 12mm thick. Superman just adjusted this like a Superman would do, and there are here threads, okay, I hope you can see, that are corroded or non-existent. existent. This is upside, and this was the downside, and here the threads seem to be slightly better. Here missing a missing thread over there. Okay, let's continue disassembling the vise. Now let's see. The spring, well, it came out easily. You can see how dirty it is. I don't know how many years this vise was not used or was maintained. Now let's see if this moves easily. Okay, let me just open here the screw and remove here all components of the screw, and we'll see then if we can open this and remove this jaw. Here it is, the screw. The handle is a bit bent. We need to light the forge to straighten it up. A lot of grit and grime here in the screw. A bit worn over here in this area. Here, fairly new, and you cannot see it inside, but it's very, very dirty inside. So let's now remove these two over here. Now the adjustment bolt over here just came out. Sorry, the adjustment bolt over here just came out easily. Now this is here the fulcrum of the dynamic jaw. It is really doesn't move any direction. Okay, but I have this 3-ton jack. I'm going to put it here and see if it opens. Well, for my surprise, it was really easy to move it here with the jack. Okay, so now it is, you have to believe me, but I can move it by hand. I need both hands to move it. And I need to be a bit more persuasive to remove this bolt and nut from here. I don't know yet, but let's see if I can hammer it here with a bit of wood or something, and it comes out. Well, here the bolt, as you see, I managed to open the jaw. It was much easier than I thought, and even though this moves freely here, the nut, the bolt is not moving at all. So I don't know, because if it is bent or if it is screwed over here, or if there is like it is screwed over here and it is also screwed over here. I don't know. It doesn't move. So I'm going to use here these two little torches to warm up a little bit over there the area and see if I see any movement. And of course a bit of heat, a bit of brute force, like a bit of brute force, like twisting the bolt. I managed to set it loose. Now everything is hot, but I'm just going to open the bolt and remove here the movable jaw, and we'll continue with the project. Now you see here all the bits and pieces, including the dynamic jaw over there on the right hand side, and this is the first time I can pick up the main body of the vise. It is not the 65 kilograms as before, and this is a magnificent piece of German engineering. Let's see here the dimension of the jaw. As you can see also in inches, and this is 185 millimeters, 180 millimeters jaw. Okay, so I had here in the past a lighter vise that entered over here, and this was the fixation bracket here with this plate to fixate to hold the spring, and I would lock the vise with these nuts. Now, as you see, two things. First, the vise down there doesn't enter in the stopper for the foot. It's a bit too big. So, as you can see over there, and as the vise is so big, everything is bigger. The jaw, the screw. I didn't take this into consideration. I thought that I would just bring this vise and assemble it here in this bracket. So I need to remove this bracket from here. Okay, I need to come here to the foot and add a little bit more of round stock so it enters over there. And I'll have to add something like 45 millimeters, like this bit of wood over here. And this is a plate of 10 millimeters. I'm going to use it and make a new bracket. I'm just going to remove this bracket from here, like use this threaded rod, okay, for each side, and that's what we're going to do now. The fixation, add a little bit to the leg of other material, of some material, and build here this bracket. Let's start our cleaning of the vise. Here we have the spring, some bolts. This is the fulcrum for the movable jaw. This is the adjustment bolt. This is here sits. It's the thrust washer for the screw. There are some bits and pieces, and this is just a hammerhead that I want to clean. It's a bonus. So let's make cleaning with electrolysis. Doing it only single-handed, it's a bit difficult. Okay, here this is a sacrificial bit of metal. It's going to get the red terminal. This is the black terminal, the minnows. Here it is the plus. I need both ends. Let me make the connections, and I'm going to make the connections. I need both ends, and leave it for a few hours and start cleaning. Here are the other components of this doesn't belong. If you remember, the big plate, mounting plate, the screw, the nut for the screw, and a fixed jaw, movable jaw. Now I need to remove all the oil and grease from here before I put it over there in the electrolysis. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, the first components are here in the electrolysis. More or less about 20 hours. Now I'm going just to remove them and start cleaning them. Let me clean them, and let's see the result. Here are some of the components, the small bits, after some cleaning. And now I'm going to apply some penetrating oil just to avoid re-rusting. Here is the hammer. It is not related with the vise, but I cleaned it. And without the electrolysis, I couldn't. I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see some cracking over here in this spring washer. Okay, that I would before the electrolysis I couldn't see it. Now, of course, this is the bolt that secures in place the movable jaw, like in this place over here, and it is marred and slightly bent, but I don't think it interferes with the overall performance of the vise. So let's start and applying some penetrating oil, everything to avoid rusting. You get the idea, of course. And now I'm going to use both ends to move around the components and oil them thoroughly. Now is the turn to clean the movable jaw of the vise. It is here more or less like for 14 hours, something like that. So I'm going to remove it. This part I'm not going to make electrolysis. It is just, well, I'll clean it just with the wire brush, and that's it. Here it is, the movable jaw, completely clean. And here, at least by eye, I don't know if you can see in the camera, through the camera, there is a clear line where the electrolysis was in this area, from here. And from this area I made no electrolysis, though I cleaned with the angle grinder and the wire brush cup. I cleaned the rest. It is, you can see the difference of the electrolysis. And now let's continue with the project and cleaning up. Before I proceed with more rust removal, I'm going to clean all the grease, grime, and oil that is here inside the threads. And the solvent that I'm going to use, it is this one. So as you can see, someone in the past, some Superman for sure, apply enough force to bend this over here. Now I can warm it up in the forge and straighten up, but this is a fairly big chunk of steel. I would estimate this is at least 10 kilograms. It is a bit awkward to handle. I don't want to cut any of the edges over here or anything like that. I want to keep it like this way. So let's come here to the fly press and try to straighten it over here. This is the setup I'm going to use. 2 bits of wood, like this hammerhead here in the ram, and let's see if I can manage to make the video at the same time while I'm applying pressure with the fly press. Here it goes. First push. It's straightening somehow, but I need both hands to do this operation, so you will excuse me, and I'll try to straighten it, and then I'll show you the results. Now it looks less bent, right? Well, into the electrolysis it goes. Here it is, some more electrolysis. This is the screw, okay, with the handle, everything inside the solution, and together with the nut. Let's wait 10, 15, 16 hours. So I need to build a bracket to hold the vise in place. So this is the solution I came up with. It's I found this plate. It is slightly hot to the touch. I had to straighten it up in the forge, and this one is the locking plate for the vise, and the spring of the vise, and these are 2 threaded rods, 2 screws that I had laying around. It is 7/8 of an inch, and the idea is to weld the screws over there in place. And but you can see there is still some shining parts over here that they are galvanized, so they are going inside the muriatic acid to clean the galvanize. And since this come out of the forge, this plate as well, the mounting plate, I think I'm going to toss it inside the muriatic acid and see if, let's lose here the, rust and forging scale and all of that to get a more clean metal. Well, for those who cannot read and write Hebrew, this is muriatic acid, 32% as you see, and here it goes, about 3-4 liters of water, acid over there inside, and we wait. The reaction is already going on. So now I have to extend the foot over here, because somebody cut this with an angle grinder original before it got to me, so I'm going to use here single-handed, trying to, okay, so I'm going to, I don't know exactly what metal this is, so I'm going to warm up this a little bit, and only then I'm going to weld it. I'll show you after the welding. Now, I welded this in place, sort of, and before I continue, just making the weld prettier and so on, I'm going to measure how much I need to cut here from the edge, okay, just to make the vise the height that suits me. Now, as you guys see this over here, it's just a bit too high, okay, and I cannot even insert the stopping bracket, hits here the cheeks, so I'm going to try to measurement, of course, in millimeters or centimeters in this case. I want to put I want this groove over here to hit this place, so by trial and error I need to remove here something about, I don't know if you guys can see it, 50 millimeters, something like that. I'm going 50 millimeters. I'm going to remove 45 millimeters to start with, and then if we need we'll make some sort of adjustment. This is after welding over here, so I suppose this is enough, and for me the weld is good enough. So let's continue and assemble the vise in place and see how everything works. Okay, so now we are going to assemble the vise. As you can see here, it's winter, everything is covered in, I cannot work indoors, I only have this space outdoors, so everything is covered in plastic sheet. So as you see, this is fit here in place. Okay, this is how fit this is. Now this is just temporary here because this alone, this portion, the fixed jaw and the foot, this weighs some 25 kilograms, so I need to assemble this here in place. It's going to be some sort of a struggle, but I use here these two bits of pipe as spacer to avoid the vise to rock sideways. Now it is more or less 1 millimeter of free space over here, and let's start. Okay, let's start building it. Okay, first of all, the movable jaw. Now the bolt is a bit the original bolt that holds over there. The hinge of the vise is marred over here, so I built these two washers, each one 6 millimeters, of some slugs I had over there that I cut from a 6 millimeter sheet, so it covers this portion. Okay, and let's find the place. Okay, I'll show you this after I assemble it. Okay, so now I use here a little bit of energetic leverage to put this in place. Now here goes the bolt of 40 inch, the rubber mallet. I'm going to look for the correct position. Now the head, as you can see, the head over here sits flush with the faceplate. Washers, the nut, okay. This is a bit, I don't know if this vise was pressed over here at some stage of its life or not, but for the meanwhile it is working. Let's put this. Just let me get a rope and attach this here somewhere on the table, so it's not going to fall on me when I'm attaching here the spring. And here we go. You see the rope. Let's hope if it falls, it doesn't fall much, only falls a little. This is over here the locking plate. Now the spring. Nylock nuts. Here we go, the difficult part. Let's see if I manage to close here the screw. I need to get the thing at the start, at the beginning. Okay, wish me luck. Caught. Voila! Looks like it works. Let me open it. Okay, so I ran out of memory card. This is the first experiment. You're seeing here, I'm building some brackets for the shelf, and looks like the vise is working. Thank you for watching.